It's T. Willis, and you're with Chicago 77.3.
Hey.
I'm sorry, the message just popped up. That just kind of gained my experience and my confidence as far as being a performer. I'm a singer, songwriter by the name of T. Willis outside of Cleveland, Ohio. That's where I'm established. I'm originally born in Youngstown, Ohio, but I've
Okay.
been living in Cleveland most of my life. And yeah, my songwriting took off in high school, and I was able to open up for artists such as Chink. I got to meet and sing for and have dinner with Marsha Ambrosius from Floetry. So that was an amazing experience. And, it's just music has taken me a lot of places, and I'm excited to see where else it goes moving forward.
Were you always musically inclined? Like, were you always into music growing up?
I would definitely say, yeah, like the first time I fell in love with music was when Usher came out with Nice and Slow. I was like 3 years old and super obsessed with the song. And I also grew up playing piano as well. I was definitely into Alicia Keys, and I was fascinated by how she wrote her songs and produced a lot of her work as well. And that made me want to start playing piano. I took lessons for a little bit. I was section leader, student director, choir president in high school. So I was
Okay.
definitely
Okay.
one of those who I've always had a creative ear, whether it be with songwriting, harmonies, or just performing and stage presence.
Inspiration wise, who you looking at?
Aaliyah. I just think she's just so dope and so smooth, and she's sexy in her own way, yet still bold. Beyonce as well, as far as her performances are just amazing. I've still never been able to go to a Beyonce concert, but
We
I definitely plan on to
we
soon in
gonna
the
have to make
future.
that happen, man. We're gonna have to get it together.
Definitely. But
Um,
definitely Aaliyah, Beyonce, Usher, for sure on my top.
Let me ask you this: do you think Aaliyah would be as big as Beyonce if she was still here?
Oh, absolutely. Why wouldn't she be? She was just so original and just so dope. And people were just always gravitated uh, to her energy. She just had this very unique energy about herself. And it was just hard to not like Aaliyah.
Yeah, I definitely think so, man. I, now coming into it, when did you know that this is something that you really wanted to do? Like, I really want to do this artist thing. Like, when was that?
When I made a song, it's called Stay With Me, and it's actually on SoundCloud. It's not even on major streaming services. This is like when I was first getting started with music, but I had so many women like come up to me and just tell me how much they love that song and how like it
Mm,
helped them get through a breakup, and that they really related to it. And now it's still my top stream song on SoundCloud.
that's dope.
So to me, that's just the greatest feeling in the world, to know that people can relate to you and they listen to your songs over and over and over again.
How much of a humbling, like, because that's a humbling experience. Like, you
For
you
sure.
you you're putting out something that to the world, and people are reciprocating it and like, hey, yo, man, I'm feeling where you're coming from. So, how does that make you feel?
It's very humbling. And like I said, it's the reason really why I make music. Like, I was signed to a record label. It didn't really work out on their behalf, really. And I just feel like being with them just sucked all the fun out of like
Mm,
making music. And I felt so taken advantage of and just so played. And it's just like, no, this is not what I wanted to do music for, like at
right,
all.
right,
Like, I literally just like making music to pour my soul into something in hopes that someone can relate.
right. And I think you're the true definition of a artist. So whenever you're doing this out of self love, out of self, yeah, I would even self medication a little bit. And what I mean by that is like it's therapeutic for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So now coming into it now, when we were on the DJ call, we had played some of your a couple of your tracks. And like I said, you're very versatile, man. Like
Thank you.
I will hands down, I will give that to you all day long. You is one versatile person. Where does that versatility come from?
It comes from my inner insecurities because when I first started making music, people were like, you know, you have a great voice, you sound great, your music's great, but all these songs sound the same. And I'm like, what?
Mm.
And so it just inspired me to just keep slowly digging in my bag. You know, over the years, I have improved, you know, vocally, lyrically, and just now it's okay, well, how do I improve my sound? What's
Yeah,
next as far as my sound? And,
right.
but still improving my sound, but not change who I am or change, you know, the sound I'm still trying to make, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. Because we're forever growing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
For
the
sure.
sound that you got right now may not be the sound that you get 5 years from now. You get what I'm saying? So
Absolutely. Right, right.
I think sound evolves and everything. So how do you go about that? How do you go about, hey yo, this is me, this is my sound? Or how do you even identify that?
Huh. You know, it's hard to say. I wouldn't say I do what I'm comfortable with because then it would just be like, oh, you're always in your comfort zone.
Right.
But it just you just go with what you feel and you know, hopes that, you know, what the vision that you have for it in your head comes out the way it does. And if it doesn't, make it better. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you have to really just keep digging at, you know, your craft and not really overthink it because it's easy to get lost in the song. Like I can record backgrounds to a song for 30 days straight and keep adding and adding and adding, but
Yeah.
then it'll sound chaotic.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
get that.
you have to find a balance as far as, you know, going above your limit, but still, you know, being down to earth, down to who you are as an artist.
Songwriting, how is that process for you? Because I know every songwriter has their process. So how is that for you?
For me, it varies, honestly. I could just be in my feelings one day and just go in and write a whole song without no beat and then just find a beat to match it, buy, you know, the lease or exclusive for it, or, you know, have one of my engineers, producers make a beat to go for it. Or, you know, I could hear a beat that I really like and write over it. Or I could just literally write one line, like 4 bars, you know, one line, whatever,
Mm.
and go straight into the studio with just those 4 bars and come out with a whole song. Like it really depends. But for the most part, when I do write, I'm at home. I like to either voice record or video record me just saying and doing whatever, and then I'll just
Right.
replay it and just kind of keep all the catchiness that, you know, I may have came up with and freestyle with maybe on the piano, or, you know, something catchy I might have said to a beat, because I feel like those moments are important and it's easy to like find a dope harmony or a dope
Real, real,
melody and then two
real.
seconds later, what did I just say?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
record it so you
It's,
never
it's
lose
hard to
it.
catch it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, it could it be like that when you're in, and especially when you're in emotion, and it's like, yo, I'm feeling, and then
Right,
when you go into the booth, it's like, oh fuck, what the hell did I just say? And it's
right.
and it's like moments like that. Like sometimes you can't capture a certain moment again, so it's like it's very
Right.
crucial for artists. Like, once I get it, hey, yo, man, we off to the races.
Yeah, yeah. So I find it very important to record every session that I just decide to sit down and write, because if I'm freestyling and I say a lot of nice stuff, you know, I can't rewrite it down so I can remember it to take it to the booth later. Like,
Yeah,
no, if
yeah.
you forgot it, you forgot it. So
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely. I now the two tracks that we played, were those off of the EP or album or anything, or they were just singles at that point?
oh, those were definitely off EPs. Private Call was off of my latest, I guess, saga, Never Date an R&B Singer. And Better and Better, that was off my recent project, Hope All Is Well.
Okay, so I want to talk about those two projects and the differences between that. So with the first one, where were you at mindset wise when you were making those tracks, or that album EP?
With Private Calls, I was literally going through a breakup. We're like a very toxic on and off relationship, and we were going through one of our millions of breakups. And I had just blocked him, like, because I was just tired of him calling me. And a lot of times when you block someone, you know, obviously they can't call you.
Right.
But if they block their number, like if they star 69 or star 67 it, it'll come through, but it'll be private on your
Yeah,
end. So
old
you'll
school
just
way.
see it.
Old school.
Yeah, yeah. So it'll just say private. So I'm like, man, this dude keep calling me private. And then I happen to be writing. And it's crazy because I had been sitting on this beat for months. For months, I was sitting on this beat and couldn't come up with nothing that I liked to it. And I was like, that's why you blocked. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, that kind of sound nice with that beat. Quick, blowing my line up and
yeah.
calling me private. And I took off. And it just took that one instance for me to just write a song like that, just
Okay.
like that on a beat I had been sitting on. And better. I guess this would kind of stem from my insecurities because people were like, you need something more upbeat, like a club banger. And that was just one of my many attempts at rapping and trying to bring the club vibe out of me. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a club person. Like I
Yeah.
enjoy my home. I enjoy my money.
Hey, I ain't mad at that
And I
either.
like being at home.
Hey, I'm the same way. If if there ain't no money into it, I'm at the crib, Joe. I ain't gonna try to.
Yeah, and it's hard being an artist who's really true to yourself because I'm so true to myself. I feel weird making a song about going to the club, because
Real,
I don't
real.
club.
Yeah. Hey, and here's the thing though, man. It's like, it's okay to say, hey, yo, man, things are just not for me. Things are,
Right.
I don't like, I'm a DJ and I don't really like going to the clubs. I like making
Mm.
people, I like showing people a good time and making them have a good time. But if I don't have
Sure.
to, I ain't gonna go into it. And then too much stuff is going on in the world today, man.
Yeah, that too. That too.
So let me ask you this: how do you find personal time for you?
Mm. It's so hard. Really, my personal time is my music time. It's my personal time is sleep and making another track because
Yeah.
that's what I genuinely love to do, making
Yeah.
music.
Now, are we doing this full time, or do we have something on at? We're doing this kind of. I want to say on the side because you're definitely not doing it on the side. But is there another occupation that we're doing, or are we
No,
doing this
this
full
is this
time?
is 100% full time. This is
Okay,
100% full time.
okay. So how was that leap of faith? I call it a leap of faith because I've been in that before. So how was that leap of faith for you?
It was crazy because I went to college for 4 years. Graduated from Cleveland State University with a bachelor's in science and education for early childhood education. And I was a first grade teacher for 6 years. And
Wow.
it was just, it was fun. It was fun. I love the kids. I don't regret any moment of it.
Yeah.
However, once that pandemic hit, it's like everyone's attitudes and moods and the curriculum changes, and it was just a lot. And for me to be stressed out the way I was and to still have to like carry my work home after work
Mm.
and still be living check to check, I had to bartend, just to have some type of play money and be able to
Wow.
still make and record music. And I'm bartending until 4 in the morning. And with me bartending, I'm making my whole entire paycheck in one night of bartending.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So that just kind of opened my eyes up a little bit. And just made me in the middle of the school year, I was just like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. And I left and I don't regret it. And I'm much happier and I have way more time to focus and dedicate my life now to music.
Sometimes that's you got to take that leap of faith because with this station, this is 100% me. Of course, I have other DJs on here, but it's
Mm-hmm.
I own the station, I own the whole situation, everything. And sometimes you got to bet on yourself, man, because if you don't, it would be a shoulda, coulda, woulda. You get what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
you will get stuck in this place where it's like, yeah, I'm cool, but I really want to go off and do this because this is my life purpose. This is what I really enjoy doing versus the what I have to do. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I always want to say kudos to anybody that goes out and makes that way for themselves, man. So I'm
For
definitely
sure.
excited for you. So
Thank you.
now are you moving around with are you doing shows? Are you doing showcases? What you got coming up?
Yes, I actually have an art exhibit coming up on October 15th here in Cleveland. They're not disclosing the location as of now, but it's like an all women's art exhibit coming
Okay.
up October 15th. Doors open at 7. I have literally every detail except for where. So just be on the lookout for that, whether that be on my Instagram, Sweet Honey Tea, or if you just look up T Willis on my Instagram, Facebook, you guys will be able to find the details for that when they do emerge.
Okay. I didn't
So
know you were
yeah.
into art like that, man. I didn't know you were into art.
I am. I am. I do paintings as well. I'm an all around artist,
Hey,
pianist,
that's what's up.
painter,
That's what's up,
and
man.
yeah. But I'm also performing at the art showcase. So
Okay. That's dope. That's
yes.
dope, man. Promotion wise, how has that been for you? Because now we got Twitter, Facebook, X, whatever they call it now, threads, all types of stuff.
Yes.
So how are you dealing with all that balancing?
It's quite interesting because I get a lot of love on, my selfies and different videos that I post, but I'm genuinely not into it. If I could just hire someone to do all of that for me, I
Yeah.
would. But I understand now it has to be a little bit more of a personal level because I am trying to build up my fan base for
Right.
now. And, even with the label that I was on, like there was no investment towards, that as far as social media and everything. And it was just kind of like, well, why am I, I could do this on my own if that's the
Right.
case. And I
Right.
have been progressing with that. I finally made a TikTok. I was so against TikTok. I'm like a granny on the inside. Like, I'm not a fan of this new technology. I just
I
want to stay
understand.
in my ways.
Because and for me, it was very, very hard for me, especially when we all went kind of Zoom and the videos and stuff.
Yeah,
Like phone calls I could do all day long. But then it's like
right.
when we got into the Zooms, it's like, oh, now I gotta prep to be ready to talk to somebody. Now I gotta do this. And I'm like, yo, man, I don't even want to see people. It's not even just like I don't want to be mean. It's just I don't even want to deal with people
Yeah,
sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
yeah,
it just becomes a more added thing.
for sure. I definitely agree with you on that.
So I definitely like I said, I told you before, I love your vibe and everything that you got going on. Who would you like to work with going into the future?
I would love to work with Drake because I feel everything he touches is gold.
Yeah.
And he's just, I think we would sound nice on like a really Caribbean, type vibe song. I also speak Spanish as well, so I'm working on a Spanish song as we speak.
Hey.
And I think that again, me building up, more of my catalog as far as different genres of music that I want to touch, and definitely Drake would be an interesting collab for me.
Okay. Producer wise.
Ooh. Okay, Missy Elliott, because
Mm.
I've just always looked up to her growing up, the harmonies and backgrounds she did for other artists and the things that her and Pharrell came up with were just amazing to me. I just admire Missy on a all around producer, artist, songwriter standpoint. I will write whatever note, sing whatever note she writes
Hey.
me.
That's definitely. Okay. All right. If you could perform anywhere, where would it be at and why?
Mm. If I could perform anywhere, it would be, I would say, ancient Kemet, Egypt,
Okay.
because I've always wanted to visit the pyramids, and I've always had such a huge fascination with ancient Egyptian culture, and I think it would be dope. Like, not too
Sure.
many people perform over there, so it would
Okay.
be different.
I'll be excited to see that. That'd be dope. That'd be something different. All right, all right.
Thanks.
Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years?
In the next 3 years, I see myself touring the country at sold out shows.
Hey, that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be right there. All right. Uh,
Absolutely.
before we go, I'd like to play this one game with you called "Which
Okay.
Would You Rather." So basically, how it goes, I'm gonna pick out two artists. You just tell me which one would you rather go for.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and start it out with heavy. Let's do it like this: Tupac, DMX.
Ooh. That's a hard one. Why you gotta make me pick that one?
Yeah.
Um, I would have to go with DMX.
Okay.
Only because I don't know, it's just that uniqueness in his voice that I don't want to growl and embarrass myself right now. But you know that growl I'm
That
talking
raw,
about.
that grittiness.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, my mom played him a lot growing up. She also played a lot of Tupac, but I think she played more X than Tupac. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu.
Man. Okay, I'm gonna go with Erica only because she has a little bit more of a catalog.
All right.
That's the only reason why.
That's it.
Lauren, we need more music.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's do this then. And this may not even be a good comparison, but we're gonna go with it anyway. Missy Timberland.
Missy, I already explained that. Missy.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go Midwest then. Midwest.
Okay.
Twister. Who would be good? And I hate to do them like this. I really do. Oh man. Twister or Nelly.
Ooh. Oh man. I always had the biggest crush on Nelly. This ain't fair. But I'm gonna definitely have to say Twister though. Talent wise, definitely Twister.
Talent wise, he was cold, man.
Yeah.
He was cold. All right.
Through my childhood crush in there though, I had to second guess myself for a minute.
There's a couple. All right, we'll do a couple more. Megan, Nikki.
Nikki. I'm sorry. Okay. Nikki.
Okay. Let's switch it up. Nikki, Lil' Kim.
Oh, Lil' Kim.
Okay. All right. Tink. That's not even fair. That's not fair. Tink or no, matter of fact, watch this. Watch this. What's that girl's name? The one that sing LMAO or
LMA?
Yeah, LMA. Her.
I like LMA. I like LMA.
Yeah. I like how she can harmonize really good too.
Yeah. I just like her texture of her voice. She has a very unique voice.
Okay.
Not to say that Tink doesn't, but LMA to me sticks out more.
And this is probably gonna be an easy one, a layup. Lil Wayne, Drake.
But I like Weezy too. I can't pick.
Okay.
I can't pick.
All right, we ain't gonna make you pick then. All right, man. Well, that was the game right there, man. It's fun to play those games because it's sonically. I like to see how it goes with artists, man. So it's always fun to do that. Where can the people find you at Instagram, all that?
You can find me on Instagram at Sweet Honey T, and that's TEE _ Facebook, T Willis Official, TikTok, T Willis Official. Check out my music. I'm on all major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube. Just look up T Willis, TEE, and Willis like Bruce Willis. I know you guys are going to find a vibe that you like.
Hey, definitely, man. Spotify, everything where they can find it at?
Everything, yes.
Okay. All right.
Everywhere.
Cool. All right. So last time I had you sing the drop.
Okay.
And are you open to sing for another drop?
Sure. What do you want me to say this time?
All right. So you're gonna say your name and you're gonna say Chicago 77.3.
Chicago 77.3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Behind me is you need help.
Okay. Oh, thanks for that. I don't have my glasses on, but I'm gonna try my best. Yeah. It's T Willis, and you're with Chicago 77.3.
Hey man,
I tried to do a little jingle this time instead of run all over the place.
I'm telling you, man, that's a lane that you need to be in, man. People will pay for that lane. I'm telling you, man. Keep that talent, bro.
Yes.
I appreciate this, T Willis. I really do. And if you need anything from us, man, let us know. We're going to be playing your tracks right here on Chicago 77.3. So I'm excited for everything that you got going on.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And thank you again for having me. I always have a great time with you.
Thank you, man. Hey, man, Chicago 77.3. Let go.
Hey. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you, man. Thank you for being.